It does feel like there is a great deal at stake, and every 4 years, pollsters get busy trying to gauge the mood of America. In 2016, almost all of them got it wrong. Tonight, Eric Sorensen has a flashback to the days leading up to that election and looks at what pollsters are doing differently this time.
CNN now projects that Donald Trump will carry the state of Wisconsin.
In 2016, the U.S. networks were as stunned as the campaigns themselves.
This is a state that Hillary Clinton hasn't even visited.
Hillary Clinton didn't go to must-win Wisconsin in the final weeks because she and everyone else believed the polls. The final polling average gave Clinton a 6-point lead in that state. On Election Day, Trump won by about 1 point. Wisconsin may have been the biggest miss, but it wasn't the only one that puzzled experts.
Mike Murphy, what did you miss?
Oh boy, I missed a lot.
What eluded pollsters in 2016? In part, undecideds broke strongly for Trump instead of the usual 50-50. A lot of third-party support flipped in the end to Trump. And some polling didn't give enough weight to less educated voters. That voting group doesn't respond as readily to pollsters, but they still voted, and mostly for Trump.
So a lot of soul searching. After 2016, the polling industry has put a lot of resources into it. For 2020, the industry has really focused on ensuring that the polls are robust.
Pollsters are once again confident this year because the data have been more consistent. 4 years ago, the polling averages showed Hillary Clinton in blue and Donald Trump in red were often neck and neck through 2016, and it was volatile. Clinton would surge ahead and Trump would close the gap, and it was like that all the way to Election Day. 2020 is different. Joe Biden in blue started in January with about a 6-point lead, and the polling averages have kept that lead all the way through the year. There has been remarkably little volatility this year, and Biden still has about a 7 to 8 point lead.
The odds are definitely against Trump. He has a path to victory. It's just that it's much narrower than Joe Biden's.
To get an accurate snapshot, pollsters continually rebalance data by age, gender, race, even education.
This is why all the pollsters are working on a likely voter model where they try to estimate what will be the composition of the electorate.
What the polls can't always capture, though, is the enthusiasm, the turnout. Democrats know that.
We can't be complacent. I don't care about the polls. There were a whole bunch of polls last time. Didn't work out.
And so, in Wisconsin, Democrats are getting out a huge early vote. What's driving them to come out?
What isn't? Everything is driving me here today.
If the polls do miss this time, it could be the other way, by underestimating the Democrats' motivation to vote in 2020. Eric Sorensen, Global News.